Yo, Nags Mania Devil, what's up, bro?
Yo, what up, Tinsel Talk?
Yeah, we about to do this podcast. Meet me at Depot Park.
Depot Park it is.
I bet.
Yo, I'm Nags Mania Devil. Welcome to Depot Park, episode 4. That's Tinsel Talk. Tell them what we got for them today, bud.
It's Britney, bitch.
Yo, what up, everybody? Welcome to Depot Park. Today on Turn the Knob Up, we're talking about two of the biggest pop princesses to ever grace the stage. We got Christina Aguilera versus Britney Spears.
Britney, bitch.
It's Britney,
It's Britney, bitch.
These two girls, in terms of, our childhood, were the hottest, biggest stars that were, female performers. And, even though they made, girl music, I thought not only, were their videos hot, but, they were pretty talented. What do you think,
They were
Max?
very talented. They were smoke shows. Let's be honest. I mean, they were smoke shows. I had a Britney Spears poster in my room. My parents got me a Britney Spears Barbie doll for one of my birthdays. Britney was my girl back in the day.
Your parents got you a Britney Barbie doll?
Yeah. My parents got me a Britney Barbie doll. I know. But, Christina Aguilera was pretty big time in her own right. When Genie in the Bottle came out, I know that's one of your favorite songs.
I am a bigger Christina Aguilera fan. He's a bigger Britney fan.
Definitely. I'm definitely a bigger Britney fan.
They both had a sexuality for being young artists. Britney was a little more innocent. Christina was a little edgy, and
In the beginning, Christina was probably a little more risque. Hit Me Baby One More Time was kind of school girlish, and it was kind of skirts and walking down the halls, Genie in a Bottle, she laying out on the beach, she's showing you what she working with.
But let's talk about some of their hot videos, what Britney Spears videos slapped for you, dude. They stand out.
My Prerogative was pretty sexual.
Very.
She had, very sexual. She had Toxic, which was pretty,
She was in sheer clothing. It was basically being naked with some nylons around your body and little snowflakes or something.
But her best video, in my opinion, was Slave for You. When she came out there and performed that, she's all sweating, glowing. She's in that 90s pants outfit. Britney was doing it in that video.
God, just tearing at my teenage heartstrings.
Absolutely. What were your favorite Christina Aguilera videos or songs?
After Genie in a Bottle, she did a song with Redman and Method Man that was called Dirty. And, she's down there in, the, mosh pits and, leather, assless chaps with, red underwear under it. And her hair's all, black and blonde. It kind of looked like Pirates of the Caribbean or something. I think she had eye makeup. She's just, down there sweating, dude. She did the Moulin Rouge soundtrack of, the Lady Marmalade. Yeah.
Christina Aguilera definitely dropped it in there. And that's kind of when Genie in the Bottle came out, she was singing and you were okay, you didn't really realize that her vocals were that on point. Because her vocals she's a better singer than Britney. Even though I like Britney and Britney might be a better performer, Christina Aguilera, tenfold better singer.
When you look at their careers, they had kind of the same career. They both started Mickey Mouse Club girls, and then they became pop stars. And they were doing this bubblegum pop, but then all of a sudden their heyday came and went, and they both went into these downspins. And Britney fucking probably went worse than Christina, the whole Kevin Federline and Rehab. And
Britney went through some shit. She shaved her head, was hitting a car with an umbrella, going after the paparazzi. But she had lost it. But I don't know. I can't blame her. If you were that famous from that young of an age and then you just grow up and they're just constantly hounding you, you're going to snap at some point.
But What's cool about them both is they both bounce back relatively well. You know, like Britney's still performing. I think Christina had a couple songs in the last couple years, and they do those.
Christina was on like
The Voice,
one of those singing shows
Yeah.
that Christina is the judge on. So she came back.
So when we weigh this all out, when you think about like, you know, the sexy songs, and you think about like the talent, like with The Voice versus like the performing, they both had some shit. They both recovered some shit.
It's a good argument to have. It's like, do you like Britney? Do you like Christina?
Like, who do you guys think is the better artist, Britney or Christina?
It's a question. Who do you like more? Who do you prefer more? Christina Aguilera, Britney Spears? We just want to know. Yo, it's Nags Mania and Devil. Today on Nags Shoe Arsenal, I'm going to show you some classic Cortezes. Right here are the Beast. These are Stranger Things. It says Hawkins High School on the back. There's a bookmark right there. Comes with some pins. It says Stranger Things. Got their school colors, green and orange and white. It says Stranger Things right there on the tongue. These are fresh as a motherfucker, like Nags likes to say. Also, Nags approved. The best thing about these shoes is it comes with a sweet box. It says Stranger Things on the inside of the box right there. And they wrap the shoes in a newspaper right there. It says the Hawkins Post talks about July 4th parade prep begins. I mean, like I said, be fresh as a motherfucker. Hashtag Nags approved. Stranger Things. Nags Shoe Arsenal. Peace.
When I wake up in the morning and the alarm gets out of warning, I don't think I'll ever make it on time. By the time I grab my books and I give myself a look, I'm at the corner just in time to see the bus fly by. It's alright, 'cause I'm saved by the bell.
Welcome to 90s Mania, people. Today, on episode 4, we are talking about Saved by the Bell. Everyone loves Saved by the Bell. Probably one of the best shows of the 90s. I'd rush home just to watch a show, just to check it out.
For those who haven't seen the show before, it takes place in California at Bayside High School, and it follows around 6 friends, Zack, Slater, Screech, Kelly, Jesse, and Lisa. Zack's kind of like the flyboy troublemaker. Slater's kind of the jock. Screech is like their nerdy friend that they get to do dumb shit. Kelly's a hot cheerleader. Jesse's like the activist feminist. She's cute. And then Lisa's cute too. She's like Screech's crush. She's kind of like the, the affluent rich girl of color. But they're a great little group of friends. Zack Morris is the main character, and he is a troublemaker. You know, he's in the office all the time with Mr. Belding. But more than anything, like, I think he really loves Kelly Kapowski deep down in his heart, despite his antics. And there's an episode me and Nags were talking about where Zack and Slater compete for Kelly. You remember that episode, Nags?
Absolutely. I definitely remember that episode of where Zack is trying to mess with Slater, trying to, like, sabotage him any way he could, you know. Zack had to win Kelly Kapowski. No way could AC Slater, this new kid on the block, come in there, Mr. Athlete, think he's Mr. Wrestler, Mr. Football stud, gonna take Zack's girl. No way, no how.
Well, and Zack was pretty cutthroat and trying to secure the victory.
I mean, I kind of like Slater because he wrestled. I like wrestling. He likes sports.
I like
But I
wrestling
also
too.
like how, Zack was, snakish. And he was willing to do anything to win Kelly over.
So he was worried that because Slater was going to get his license before him, that, Kelly would pick Slater because, he wants to get a car. You're cooler, man. You can go places. And you remember what Zack did to, get driving
He
tests?
he sabotaged the car. Got him in a car accident.
Yeah, that was
Pretty
injured
them.
shitty thing to do. These are your friends. You're just gonna go cut the brakes or whatever the hell he did to that thing. That was terrible.
But he was also a nice guy. When Kelly's dad couldn't afford a prom dress, Zack had a nice dinner after the dance. Kelly was like, how can you hate Zack? That was so sweet. That was such a pimp move.
He was charming. You rooted for Zack to get away with what he was doing.
I think they're rebooting it.
Yeah,
Now.
you were telling me that. I didn't know this. I guess there's a Saved by the Bell reboot coming, which is awesome. Like, we're gonna get to,
Which is
see
point.
all these characters again. Minus, you said no Screech and no Lisa.
Yeah, that's what I heard. No Screech, no Lisa.
Speaking of Screech, like, I know we wanted to tell a Screech story too. We're talking about Zack as the main character. One of like the most iconic characters is this curly-haired, Dustin Diamond, like, kid nerd. And Screech Powers was his full name. He was very good in school. He knew astronomy, like all kinds of math and science. And he was also good at chess. And Screech every year would like cakewalk his way through like the annual chess competition they would play with rival schools until their rival school, Valley High School, got this
Valley High. Fuck Valley High.
Fuck Valley High. They got this,
Fuck Valley
this
High.
Russian foreign exchange student. And he was intimidating. You know, he's supposed to be a real opponent for Screech. So yeah, basically Zack and Slater meet two of like the other bros from Valley, and they make a bet on their guy.
We're gonna bet. Let's make it interesting. How about $100? You're on.
Yeah, with the Russian guy. Which is awesome about this is, you know, like, as much as Zack and Slater had beef and were trying to win Kelly, they could come together and always help out Bayside. Could always be Team Bayside. And when they put their minds together, Zack and Slater do some shenanigans. They get you in some trouble.
So, like, Valley really wants to win the bet, too. There was a reporter who showed up to Bayside, and her name was, like, Allison Fox. And she's
Allison
like,
Fox, that was her name.
I want to, like, you know, interview Screech Powers. And, like, she gets all smitten.
She was trying to steal his beret, his lucky beret, is what her intention was. Yeah, she was like, oh, we can win if we take his lucky beret. Because Screech thought he needed that to win.
And he did. Like, that's why he won in his mind. Interesting thing about that, there was a nerdy girl on the chess team. She was cute. Her name was Violet. And, like, she liked Screech. And when this reporter came in and started getting all cozy with him, like, got really jealous. And Screech couldn't, like, resist her beauty.
He wasn't used to beautiful girls hitting on him all the time.
Right, like, and he felt like a rock star or something. Until, like, he finds out that she was, like, scheming on him to, like, take his beret. And then, yes, in retaliation, Zack and Slater go and kidnap the Russian exchange student, lock him in the janitor closet in, like, his underwear, and he's tied up with rope. And
Zack ended up like acting like him and like playing Screech for the match.
That's exactly what happened. He came out there like with like the mustache and the glasses and a wig, and like he was pretending to be the Russian. The whole thing gets foiled, you know, like the match is going on. They're like, hey. Well, no, the Russian gets out of the closet, right? He hops himself in.
He gets out of the closet and comes hopping out, and they're like, and Zack's sitting there like,
And Mr. Belly's like, I think I know who is under here, and like lifts his wig
and
off.
there's Zack.
And Zack's like, I'm so fucked, you know. They find out that they were betting. The boys get in trouble for betting, both schools, Zack, Slater, and the other kids. But what happens is, it's cool, is Screech ends up...
They play the match out versus the Russian, and they play it out, and Screech dominates him without his beret, and then he realizes that his lucky charm isn't the hat, it's the girl.
It's
the
Violet.
girl's the lucky charm, people.
The little
That's
nerdy girl
the
from
one
the
that
chess
holds
team.
down.
Yeah.
And he realizes they give Screech like that inner, you know, confidence that he can do it without what he thought he needed. It's Great 90s Mania. That's what we got for you today. We're going to take a quick tasty treat freestyle. We'll be right back.
Checkmate, 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 checkmate magazine. Screech Powers the cover boy, he Bayside nerdy clean. Flexing all his mental muscles, Screech gon' kill the king. Till Valley tried to steal the crown and take the Tiger's ring. Zack and Slater place the bets, 3 bills lost, they bout to sweat. Valley sent a sexy spy that stole his hat and left him wrecked. Time to pull out all the stops, Commies in the closet locked. Zack tried to impersonate him, he broke out and shit got hot. Belled and busted up the spot, best were off, the game was not. Screech didn't need no lucky hat, cause Sammy had his Violet rock, yo. Nerd game with his violet rock. Yo. Screech the champion is hot. Yo. Shout out to the Bayside Tigers. Chess champions. Again.
Welcome to Hard in the
Yard. Hey,
So what we got for him today, Tinsel Talk on Hard in the Yard.
Oh man, I'm so excited about doing this one, dude. We were going over some ideas, and today we thought we would tell y'all about skating our little asses off down at the Rolladium. Some roller
We at the
skating, baby.
Rolladium, baby. That's where it goes down.
Down.
At the Rolladium.
That's right.
Going down at the Rolladium.
Still a thing adults do, but when we were kids, like, that was the Friday night out with the boys. You know, there were girls there. Like, the Rolladium was lit.
It was like a place to meet up. You and the boys could be there. The girls would be there. You have the wanksters wearing roller skates. You have the true players wearing rollerblades.
They were spinning the disco ball and the music was hitting, man. Like, it was a party.
Yeah, speaking of the disco ball.
You got that disco ball going, dude. That's awesome. I remember, like, at a young age, saying to my parents, like, I needed rollerblades for my birthday. Because, like, at a certain point, like, you couldn't be caught in there, you know, on, like, the skates. Like, all the boys had blades. Like, it was, like, a cool thing. And
Your parents drop you off at the Rolladium. There would be kids from Waterford. There'd be kids from Clarkson. There'd be kids from all over. And you go there and, like, have some fun. Get into some trouble. Live up to, you know, like, try to become your own person. I remember chasing girls around there. What about you?
I remember one time there was a girl that I liked in middle school. She was super cute, you know, and, like, we had class together. And she was there, and I wanted to, like, hold hands with her. Like, holding hands was, like, the first base, you know, before people were really making out with each other.
We're holding hands.
Right. That was fouling a ball off or something, but it was something, you know, like...
You're like, we're touching.
It was
'Cause
contact.
before that, girls had cooties. Boys had cooties. Like, you know, it was like when you held hands, it was a big deal at that age.
If you held hands with someone out on the roller skate rink, I felt like, you know, that
we're
solidified.
serious.
We're together now, right? Like, did you hear
like,
so-and-so
this
held
is
hands?
official. We held hands. I don't know if you've seen it. There was some hand holding.
And, well, basically, I just remember I had, like, my mom had given me, like, a couple bucks to go up there with to buy, like, some nachos or whatever. And the girl ended up going up into the line, like, right ahead of me. You know, I was walking up, and then she walked up before me and had ordered a cotton candy. And
Yeah,
so,
I always got the cotton candy.
dude, they had
to
good
get a
cotton candy. So she's getting it, and you know, I'm about to, like, buy my my soda or candy, whatever I'm getting behind her, and I was like, "Hey, can I buy your cotton candy for you?" And she let me do it. And you know, like,
boy, look
she's
at
like,
you.
okay, you know, like, it was like going to the bar and offering to buy a girl a drink, but this was like the the Rugrat version of it, man. So anyways, we were skating out there, and they had that DJ booth. There was like a wall that went behind, like, the corner of
where
the
you
ring.
go behind, you would, like, zip behind it. It was like, ooh, I'm going behind the DJ booth. Zoom!
And I was back there, like, we were skating the rink. The girl I'm talking about was, like, up ahead of me a little bit. We went back there, and I think I, like, might even talked about getting a song. But I, like, said hi to her, and I was like, hey, do you want to hold hands? I think that's how I did it. I don't even really remember, like, how it happened, but, like, I skated a lap around the roller rink with her, and, like, it was, this magic moment. You know?
Yeah, you're living it up. You were big time.
Fucking
You were
say
big
that.
time. That's how you felt. And, I mean, I get it, you know. And then I know how it was. Oh, it's flexing on your boys because you're holding hands with the girls and
Oh,
stuff.
he came
you know,
back,
like,
got all these high fives. I must have gave him the sweatiest high five of my life, dude. I know my palms are just dripping. Like, I
just
didn't know.
dripping wet. You know what my favorite thing was?
Yeah, like, tell me a Rolladium story.
I got you. I got you. So what I remember about the Rolladium is like they'd always have these songs we do in the middle, right? They typically you could do it with the opposite sex because it was just playful. It wasn't nothing serious. You could get like a girl that you went to school with or whatever to like be your partner. And we do the hokey pokey. Yeah.
The hokey pokey.
The hokey pokey. And it was kind of a way to flirt or, you know, have your first crush or whatever on girls.
Do you remember the train when we would all be like, come on and ride the train?
The train. Oh,
and like,
yeah,
that was
dude,
like another place where you like touch girls for the first time. Because I think I was at the Rolladium before I ever went to a middle school dance. And so like
That's
before
for sure.
I ever held like a girl's hips and danced, I held a girl's hips like doing the train through like the fucking skate.
Through the Rolladium.
Yeah.
Absolutely. The other thing that I had to do at the Rolladium was I always had to get my rabbit's foot. I had to get the blue one, go to the little shop, get my rabbit's foot because it was lucky. So I'd get that first.
I remember like having them on my backpack. Like I just wanted that thing on my bag.
So that's all it's going to be today for Hard in the Yard.
Woo! Hard in the yard.
Hard in the Yard. Rolladium style, baby.